I wish I knew myself better before I got married. When I used to work with married couples, I'd hear that sentence quite often. They'd come to me because they felt that at some level they were incompatible, and I always was intrigued by the fact that it wasn't the partner that they felt they didn't know well enough before committing, it was actually themselves. The mistake that most of them had made was to look for a spouse who was similar to them. They imagined that having a partner who shared their exact same interests, talents, and passions, and sometimes even their personality traits, would allow them to develop and to thrive. What they discovered was they actually needed someone who could complement their strengths and support them in areas where they were weak, not someone who had the exact same strengths. Let me give you an example. A guy who has a great need for a high-impact sport might imagine that he needs to be with a woman who shares that same interest, someone who he can go to the games with, someone who might be involved in the sport in her own right, someone who he could talk to about it. But in reality, he might need a woman who appreciates his hobby, who gives him the time and the space to pursue it, not someone who's very sporty herself. Perhaps, though, she'll give him the space to listen to him, which is his real need. Similarly, a woman who's very social might imagine that she needs a husband who's very social as well. But in reality, she'll be far better off with a man who only occasionally makes time for his own friends, but accepts her need to be social and actively supports her in other ways. In short, before you get into a relationship, you need to have a clear idea of what your core needs are, which you can meet for yourself, and where you might need some help from your partner. If you get this wrong, not acknowledging what your real needs are, or expecting someone else to meet them for you, will create an imbalance in the relationship. It's also really unfair to your partner. The more aware we really are about what makes us tick, what makes us feel whole, and what will enable us to connect with someone else, the better able we will be to create and find a loving relationship. If that's something you need help with, please do get in touch. Whether you've been trying to find love for a while or you're at the very beginning of this journey, having support along the way can help you understand the most important parts of who you are so that those can shine through and you can attract just the right one. I'm Micki Lavin Pell, helping you create great relationships right from the start.